Hey, Mike with Nerd Problems Gaming here, the channel where we go through the good and bad of everything nerdy to make sure you spend your time on the best of the best. In today's video, we're doing a review on Lost Epic, a new Souls-like Metroidvania on Steam, so let's get into it. Alright, so like I said, Lost Epic is a new game on Steam Early Access that is a Souls-like Metroidvania. And those two genres are definitely games I'm a huge fan of. I love action RPGs, I love Metroidvanias, and this game does a great job combining the two with some really addicting gameplay. And so the game itself, you take on the role of a knight that is taking out godlike enemies throughout the world. And so you start off by creating your own character, and there's various different character types you can choose from. The art style is anime-esque, and you play basically as this anime character running through the landscape of the world, taking on various enemies and huge major godlike bosses. And so far playing this game, there's a lot that I like about it. And so it's an action RPG where your character can equip various different types of weapons. So they might be things like short swords or long swords or bow and arrows. You can also equip various gauntlets that give you magical abilities. And then you can also learn various different divine abilities depending on what equipment you're using as well. On top of that, as you use these divine abilities more and more, you can actually level them up and make them more powerful. Another cool feature within the combat is that you can equip two different weapon layouts at a time and you can switch between them at will. This can allow you to really prepare for any scenario as you encounter enemies. The combat with enemies is also pretty intense, where you can use a weak attack, a strong attack, a diving roll, your divine abilities, and more to beat various enemies. They'll also flash different icons, giving you an indication of when you can parry attacks, when you can dodge attacks, or when you should use your divine abilities to prevent them from doing massive damage to your character. I also really found that the level up mechanics of the game were super addicting. So it is Souls-like in a sense where you get anima after you kill different enemies, and this accumulates, but if you happen to die, all of that stays in one spot, and you have to traverse back to that location to retrieve all that anima to use to level up your characters. And again, there's various statues that you can use that anima to give yourself skill points that you can then use to customize and build your character how you choose. So there's really a huge spell book that you'll open up, and it reminded me a lot of a sphere grid from like Final Fantasy X, where all the abilities and power-ups are kind of there for you, and you can mix and match which ones you want to use. And so depending on what ones you unlock, it will give you new branches that you can further unlock based on the skills you've previously unlocked. And I really like that level up mechanic in RPGs, so that was fun to see in this game as well. There's also a huge crafting mechanic in the game as well. So at different save points, sometimes there'll be NPCs that you can talk to that give you the ability to craft different items for health potions you can use in battle. Or you can use that to level up various weapons that you have, making them more powerful. You can also use them to evolve weapons you already have into new weapons, depending on the items that you combine with this evolution process. And again, each one of these weapons has unique divine skills that you can use as well. So this whole level up mechanic to improve your items, improve your weapons, to craft new items and more is super fun and addicting, and I really enjoyed that aspect as well. I don't think it's necessarily as hard as like a Dark Souls, but some of the boss fights can be extremely challenging that I encountered so far in the game. And I'm excited to see more of them once the game gets past the early access stage. There's also a ton of different quests that you can unlock already in the game. So whether it's defeating certain monsters, finding certain items hidden throughout the game and more that give you more anima and items that you can further use to power up your character. Overall though, I really enjoyed this game. I think it's worth checking out, and definitely keep your eye on this once they release the full version, because so far it's a super addicting Souls-like Metroidvania that's a lot of fun. But let me know in the comments below if you've played this game yet, if there's other Metroidvanias I should check out. I'm a huge fan of the genre, so let me know in the comments below. If you guys enjoyed this video, be sure to smash that like button as it really helps out the channel. If you haven't done so yet, be sure to subscribe and turn on the bell notifications to get the latest updates of new nerd videos we put out. And if you'd like to help us support the channel, pick up content and more, become a patron of ours at nerdproblemsgaming.com/Patreon. And if you'd like to plug into our live streams and Let's Plays we do on the channel, you can follow us on Twitch at nerdproblemsgaming.com/Twitch. But once again, thanks for tuning in, and we'll talk to you more soon.